There are some gifts that don't come to bless you. They come quietly, wrapped in kindness, offered with a smile, but over time, they begin to take something from you. Your peace, your clarity, sometimes even your relationship with God. The truth is, not everything that enters your life is meant for you, and not everything that reaches your hands comes from the right place. And if you don't learn how to discern, you can slowly allow the wrong things in without even realizing it. The Bible says, "Test all things, hold fast what is good," which means not everything should be accepted. Some things must be rejected. Because discernment isn't about fear, it's about awareness. It's about knowing when something looks right but feels wrong deep inside. The first type of gift you should never accept is something that disturbs your peace. And you felt this before. Someone offers you an opportunity, a favor, something that looks completely fine on the surface. Everything makes sense logically, but inside, something feels heavy. Your mind doesn't settle. Your heart feels restless. And most people ignore that feeling just to avoid an awkward moment, just to not seem rude. So they say yes, and later they sit alone wondering why everything feels off, why there's stress where there should have been peace. Because peace is not just a feeling, it's a signal. And when that signal disappears, something isn't right. The second type is gifts that come with hidden conditions. Because some gifts are not gifts, they are hooks. At first it feels like help. Someone supports you, opens a door, makes your life easier. But slowly things change. Expectations appear, pressure builds, and now you feel like you owe them. Now your freedom is gone. And this is how control enters your life, not forcefully, but silently. And if accepting something today makes it harder to say no tomorrow, it was never a blessing. The third type is gifts that come from the wrong source. And this is where many people compromise without even realizing it. Because sometimes what's being offered looks valuable. Money, connections, opportunities. But deep down, you know how it was gained. Through dishonesty, manipulation, or something that doesn't sit right with your conscience. And even if you didn't do anything wrong, accepting it connects you to it. And what enters your life slowly shapes your life. And things that come from darkness may shine for a moment, but they never bring lasting peace. The fourth type is gifts that keep you stuck in the past. And these are the most overlooked, because they don't look dangerous. They look emotional, personal, meaningful. Old memories, objects tied to people, things you once valued. But every time you see them, they take you back to a version of yourself you were supposed to outgrow. Back to pain, back to confusion, back to something you already survived. And without realizing it, you stay emotionally tied to something that no longer belongs in your life. And growth doesn't just happen by adding new things. Sometimes it happens by removing what keeps pulling you back. The fifth type is the most dangerous, gifts that compromise your values. Because they don't look like danger. They look like opportunity, a shortcut, a chance, something you've been waiting for. But there's a condition attached. You have to adjust your standards, stay silent when you shouldn't, ignore what you know is right. And in that moment, it doesn't feel like a big decision, but it is. Because people don't lose themselves in one moment. They lose themselves slowly, one compromise at a time. And anything that asks you to become someone you're not is not a blessing, it's a trade. And the cost is always higher than it looks. Not everything is meant to be accepted. Not everything is meant to stay. And not everything that looks like a blessing actually is one. Because discernment isn't about rejecting people. It's about protecting your peace, your identity, and your path. And when you start choosing carefully what you allow into your life, everything begins to change, not instantly, but deeply. And if something in this made you pause, even for a second, don't ignore that feeling, because that's awareness waking up. That's the moment where things start shifting. And if you felt that, stay with it. Don't scroll past it like it didn't matter. Because most people don't lack information. They lack attention to what they already know is true. So if this message reached you at the right time, take it seriously. And if you want more of this kind of clarity, more reminders that actually make you think, not just watch, then stay connected. Because sometimes one message, at the right moment, can quietly change the direction of your life.